Hey folks, Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building over at Hamtramck, home of the Cosmos, getting ready for the SPS game of the week. March 3rd, we're going to be in the building. Senior night representing. Hamtramck will be playing Hazel Park. But right now I'm sitting down with probably one of the most underrated persons who get involved with the program. I'm sitting down with freshman coach Wallace Mills. Coach Mills, how you feel?
Good, nice to meet you,
Great,
sir.
great. Before I even got him over there to sit down, I had to interrupt his practice because he was talking to his guys, giving them some great information. And I was going back and forth, Coach. I said, man, I got to say something because I think it's very important that the young people hear other people sometimes.
Absolutely.
Because they hear you all the time like, yeah, Coach, whatever. But it was everything you were saying to them about the importance of warming up, staying after. You talked about Langston Galloway staying after, getting up 1,000. I mean, all these little things. And I just kind of butted in and said, everything your coach is saying is right on. And I don't even know this man, right?
Right.
And I think that helps the young people. But, Coach, how are you first and foremost?
I'm great.
Good.
Great.
You're coaching freshmen, man. You like to be beat up on and like to go through hard times coaching freshmen?
No, I like it. I like to teach the fundamentals of the game, you know. So taking the flash out of it. You know, most cats come out of middle school and you one player on the team, so you get to do everything and you really believe you got it. But then you're fundamentally unsound. When you get up here, all the stuff you do in middle school, they call it travel because the refs don't officiate games equally, you know.
Yeah.
So they
can't
let
get off.
You can't get off, you know.
Right.
So it's breaking that game back down, seeing your potential and talent, breaking it down, and then building you back up where you have a fundamental core.
Okay, let me ask this one question. How do you have the patience for that?
Oh, man, I'm laid back kind of guy. I'm a laid back kind of guy.
Because I'm saying that's the pull your hair out type thing. You got them coming in. You're trying to get them ready. I mean, I can tell by the nature of the conversation. They were paying attention, but they almost kind of were looking at you like you was an alien, like, what?
Oh, yeah. It's like that, you know. I tell folks I would prefer to coach girls, to be honest. Because
Really?
girls, all they build their game is on fundamentals.
Right, because they're not letting it go dunk.
You ain't got the dunk. You ain't got nobody out there trying. I mean, you have girls that can handle the ball.
Sure.
But for the most important part of it, they learn the fundamental and develop their game from fundamentals. Guys, they watch what they see on TV, what they see somebody else do.
Sure.
They go out there and try it. If you're unsuccessful, but you still trying it. I got a guy do the hop step. They call it travel every time he do it.
Right.
But he won't stop doing it because he believes that's a legal high school move.
Because he saw James Harden doing it.
James Harden do it, you know. So I mean, to help build somebody fundamentally, I think it's important, man. It's a key core to our life, you know. And success of what you're doing right now,
Right.
It's built off the fundamentals that somebody taught you.
Yeah.
Your patience, consistent, working, improve, and you evaluate yourself more than somebody else evaluates you. Not that what they saying matter, but you make sure that every time you put out a product, you put out a quality product. So you look at the film and see, okay, I did this. Let me see how to rephrase this where I ain't rattling no feathers, but I'm getting the point across.
To your point, you're exactly right. But I would say the key thing was I'm committed to being successful at that.
Absolutely.
And I think that is what, because some people will say, oh, that's okay, and let it go. So again, I keep coming back to this thing, man. I mean, I coached JV before, and I think it was a different era. But these guys seem to come in with so many other distractions and so many other influences. Like,
Absolutely.
you really have to spend the first month breaking them all on bad habits?
Listen, that's a continuous step there.
So a month, you wish it would be done in a month, right?
It's a step that don't stop, because once they get going doing the things fundamentally, if you sit back and let them go, they go back to the old habits again.
Yeah. So you got.
So it's like, okay, look, that was a great move, but look at you doing this again.
Okay.
You doing great. You handling the ball good, but now your shot back crooked. So I mean,
heard you say that. You told a guy you've been shooting sideways. I told you about.
It's a constant process that if you teach kids properly and they actually want to do it, they catch on to it, and then they start seeing the improvement. And now it gets to the point where you got to start finding something else to nag on. You got to find something else to correct and try to fix, because what you done said to them done finally clicked and they see it's working for them. So now it's like, okay, I got to find something else to
I get that. So. Shout out to Captain Melvin Jolly. He was ROTC. But he would come in the gym and Lance, you need to work on your left hand. I was like, all right. Finally got my left hand down. He was like, man, you need to work on the behind the. I said, man, but that was the point.
That was the point.
To get me to improve.
To get you to improve.
Well, here's a question I have, because I get everything you're saying about the fundamentals. But where does winning play into that?
Winning to me is not as important to doing things correctly.
Okay.
The way I see it is once you start doing things correctly and you build that rapport with the people you're playing with, then it's going to come easy.
Can it be the reverse?
Sometimes, I mean, because we have kids that are naturally awesomely talented to where I got 5 guys and I put them on the court and they better than your 5. They didn't win from fundamentals. They won from their athleticism and being talented.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, if you get a team that's standing at half court and just dribble the ball, they up by 2 and you a zone team and they just sitting there dribbling the ball because you can't do nothing but play zone.
Right.
And they dribble out the whole quarter and win by 2.
Right.
Who's the dummy?
Right. You're right about that.
Well, if they pull you out that zone and run up the clock on you, you know what I'm saying? So it's about building. It's a building process. Everything you try to do, man, I try to build off of it to help a player improve so we can go to the next thing.
Now, that may work great with the head coach, who's also the assistant AD and all that from an administration standpoint. But how do you reconcile that with parents?
Oh, see, I have a meeting at the beginning of the year. I have a meeting at the beginning of the year. One thing I don't talk to parents after a game because you're upset from what you're seeing, and I might be feeling some kind of way about how the game went, not from the player's perspective, but from reffing. You know, I might be mad about something or something we didn't execute. So I try not to talk to players, parents after the game. I let them know. If you call me and say I need to talk to you or shoot me a text, I'll most definitely sit down and talk with you, but I'm not going to do it directly after the game.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, you respect the 24-hour rule for everybody.
I don't do it after the game now. And before I talk to you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you come to practice. So you can come and sit and watch the practice, and then anything you want to ask me, we can sit down and talk about.
Because in most cases, the answer's already out there for what they see.
In most cases, you're going to see exactly what you have to say to me.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, well, coach, I was just trying to see why, and you're going to try to figure out a way to still bring it up.
Right.
And I'm going to say, okay, well, did you hear the conversation I was having with your child at practice? Did you see the performance at practice? Okay, if he performed like it at practice, what make you think I can put him in the game and trust him?
So if they try to promote that, they just really just saying to be saying it.
Listen, I see a whole bunch of things. I see a whole bunch of things differently,
Yeah.
Me and DJ played together here in 96. We graduated. When we walked into practice, our coach would call a play, and I would change the play.
Yeah?
I would change the play.
Wow.
Because I seen what could work. I see how things could work, and when I see it, okay, let's try this.
Well, you almost had a coach's mindset then too.
Had a coach's mindset then, you know. So that's why he asked me to come back to coach with him.
Yeah.
Because he can see something on the bench, and what you see, man, I don't see that. Let's try this, And we bounce off each other because we know how each other play, and the competitive nature that we had. We try to instill in these kids to be able to see the game. Every play ain't gonna work.
Right.
But if you see the game, you'll know our play ain't gonna work. But if we do this, it's gonna work every time.
You got to know the game too.
Have to know the game.
So they got to be fundamentally sound. With
Fundamentally sound.
Right.
Right. Our thing is championship passes.
Championship passes. I
tell my guard, I say it's pathetic. You got 12 turnovers and you ain't threw one championship pass. But you want to get better.
Right.
Working on your skill set to me is very important.
Yeah, and they got to do
important. I bring in my 12-year-old, and every drill I want to teach them, I have my 12-year-old show up.
Which means that if a 12-year-old can do it and you can't do it, that's on you.
And that's my point.
And that probably inspires them, don't it?
That's my point. And he comes in and he gonna talk that trash.
Right, you gonna talk you on top of that.
Talk that junk. He gonna have them looking at him all mad.
Yeah.
Man, I don't care what you say, that was garbage.
Yeah.
But they look at it and see that he's actually doing it right.
Wow. Sitting here with Coach Wallace Mills, freshman coach for Hamtramck High School, 1996 graduate. Seems to be really about that fundamental growth for basketball. Before we wrap up, is there anything you want to share to the Hamtramck faithful, the teams, the players, or whoever it is you want to share?
Oh, yeah, man. I thank everybody who has supported us this year. Not just this year. People been supporting us before we can finally get some kids in here to buy into the system and win. So I thank everybody who supported us. I mean, I'm glad to see a brother like you out here, Thank you, we don't get publication. Hamtramck don't get publication. Even when we was in school, we was 17-2, and the sound was everything around us.
Wow.
But now, people are actually seeing that we're a viable program, and we plan on making some noise.
Yeah, I see that, and I'm definitely gonna do my part with SPS, putting you guys out there. With Coach, I appreciate you from the moment I walked in to later. Keep supporting you. I can't wait to be back here on the 3rd to see you guys, and good luck with everything.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you coming out. Go Cosmos.
Go Cosmos all day. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks.
That's right, folks. Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building on Southwest Side Detroit. How do you hit a free throw? How do you finish strong? That's important. But the other part of the spectrum is
always packed, always loud, always crazy. So it's a tough place to play in. You gotta go in there with a mind.
So I'll be in there tomorrow. That's really my motivation. Is I want to be like Gabe Brown. Gabe Brown shoots like